Anthony Carter here, and today I'm going to explain to you about mitosis and meiosis. But before we get into that, let me show you the cell cycle, which is up here. First phase, G1 phase. This is when the cell is with the chromosomes inside of the nucleus, which means it begins to form. S, the DNA synthesis. Chromosome starts to duplicate. And then G2. The cell comes in with the duplicated chromosomes, and then M, chromosome separation. Then that's when mitosis comes into the picture, and then it keeps going on and on. Now, let me talk to you about interphase. Interphase is when the cell grows and replicates its DNA in centrioles. Also, did you know that interphase is the longest phase? It takes about 30 or 40 minutes. But anyway, let's go into mitosis. There we go. Now, mitosis has 4 phases. And the first phase that we're going to get into is prophase. Prophase is when the chromatin condenses into chromosomes. As you can see up there, it's starting to form more. Metaphase, next phase, is metaphase. Metaphase is when the chromosomes line up across the center of the cell, which is up here, right here, and the chromosome is at one spindle fold, each chromosome. Next phase is anaphase. Anaphase is when the sister chromatin separate into individual chromosomes and are moved apart, which is also up here, which is the daughter chromosomes, as other people call it. Now, the final phase is telophase. Telophase is when the chromosomes gather at the opposite ends of the cell and lose their distinct shapes. As you can see also up here, it's starting to lose its form. Now, the final thing I'm going to talk to you about is cytokinesis. Cytokinesis is when cytoplasm pinches in half. As you can see up here, the cytoplasm is starting to cut in half. It starts to be on its own. Now, before I get into any more information, I'm going to talk to you about meiosis. Did you know that meiosis turns a diploid cell into a haploid cell? Now, let's get into the phases of meiosis. Meiosis number 1, prophase 1. In prophase 1, crossing over occurs when chromosomes switch sections of themselves to create more genetic variety. The next phase is metaphase 1, which is when chromosomes are alive in the middle. But this time, they are lined up with their homologous pair. Now, the next subject I'm going to get into is meiosis 2. Meiosis 2, if you know mitosis at the top of your head, you should know meiosis number 2. But now, let's get into the summary of meiosis. As you can see up there on the screen, on division 1, homologous chromosomes pair up and are separated, so one of each of the chromosomes go to each new cell. Then if you look down at division 2, the sister chromatids are separated so that one of each enters the new cells, which means that 4 haploid cells are created. So that's all I have for you today. I'm Anthony Carter, and have a great day.